Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. When we look at 2022 as athletics history so far, you just have to give it up to Tobiloba Amusan for what she has done so far this year. Really, she has really achieved a lot when it comes to athletics. So this year's story or history will go be incomplete without talking about what she actually achieved, running 12.12 seconds and really making Africans proud, breaking record and also setting another one. Let's look at the first story that has to do with African best female athletes. Tobi Amusan top 2022 list of CAA. Well, CAA is Confederation of African Athletics. That's right now. Tobi Amusan actually topped that group. And let's look at the list of the that particular award, starting from the award there. Well, for best female athletes, Confederation of African Athletics, Tobi Amusan, Nigeria, 100-meter hurdles, 12.12 world record, Commonwealth winner, final winner, the Diamond League champion, world champion in 2022. You have Kenyan Faith Kipyegon, who actually ran 1,500 meters. You have Lesebent Gide of Ethiopia, 10,000 meters, coming third. You have Gautam Gebrselassie of Ethiopia, who actually ran marathon as world record also in 2022. Gudav Sege of Ethiopia also in 5,000 meters. Those are the top 5 ladies, but Nigerian star Tobi Amusan being the first to actually being rated for this year. I have in the studio Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Yeah, good evening, Adeni. It's my pleasure to be back to the studio. I'm not surprised. I'm sure a lot of people are not surprised also. This is what she deserved, and she worked for it, and she deserved it. And we shouldn't look at it as a one-off. A one-off in the sense that it is more difficult for you to maintain success than failure. Because once you are successful, you are like a target for everybody that everybody wants to beat. The coming year will be tougher than the last year. That's the truth. Our best record was 12.12. Okay, now she should try as much as possible to beat that record, to set another record again, because other people will be aiming at that. Oh, okay, your best is 12.12. Let's try as much as possible to do 12.10.
Even 12.11.
12.11. You get the point. So, and then I think to the government also, we shouldn't wait until someone is successful before we start celebrating him or her. Before we start identifying that, oh, she's in Nigeria, she's from Ogun State, or she went to Our Lady of Apostle Olas in Ijebu. No, what did we do to prepare them for the future, for the success? We still have thousands of Amusan in this country. We have thousands of them roaming about. What they just need is someone to sponsor them, someone to give them the exposure and the training that they really need to propel. They have the skills. Once you have the skills, what you just need is the training and exposure, because some people, they've never seen crowd before. Like Pele that we mentioned in our first morning show, when he went to the World Cup at the age of 15 and he saw crowd, it was like, wow, me entering air, playing air, but he overcame it. So we need that same exposure for our people. Most of them have never been outside, even their local governments, talk less of their states, talk less of being to Abuja or Lagos. Now they have competition they want to go and do outside. Inferiority complex affect most of our athletes a lot. Let's tell ourselves the truth. So the government needs to really come in to do a lot to assist Amusan and to bring up Amusan's successor. Right now, we'll start planning for it, because she can't continue to rule forever and ever. She has done the best. Right now, she has reached her peak. That is her peak. She has the world record, she has the local record, she has African record, she has the Nigerian record, she has African record, she has the world record.
What is left now is the Olympics.
What is left is the Olympic, and for her to even break her record again. So that means I don't think there's anything that will be motivating her like she was motivated before she got all this title. So right now we should be looking at probably someone that that will be training with her, someone that will be looking up to her as a role model. I think we need to do that. She has done very well. I'm not surprised. A lot of people are not surprised. How can you be the world record holder in 100 meters? We're not talking about 1,500. We're not talking about 10,000. We're not talking about 5,000. 1,000. That 100 meters hurdles, it conserves a lot of energies. We're talking about hurdles. We're not talking about just running straight.
You run, jump over.
You run few seconds, you jump over, you run few seconds, you jump over. So that means it takes a lot of strength, a lot of energy, a lot of concentration, because some people, when you're running hurdles, by the time you cross the first hurdle, before you get to the second one, you get distracted because you need 100% attention. So I think we need to start working on that to support her and to still look at those that we can bring up, so that we won't have only to be emotional. You have only one clothes, and the clothes is beautiful, and you are wearing it today, you are wearing it tomorrow. People are saying, this your clothes is very nice, or this your clothes is very nice.
The same people that will say it's old.
They'll just look at it and say, this your clothes, is the only clothes that you have? Let's see another. So I think we should start doing that.
We just have to get it right when it comes to sports and development in Nigeria. Really, Amusha has done well for 2022, just like Olawale said there, for what she has achieved, and others. Not forgetting Ese Brume, Blessing Brodudu, don't forgetting Dwayne Adekoroye, Emmanuel, all of them. They've done well when it comes to sport. Even footballers, ladies out there in taekwondo, in karate, in hockey, different sport in 2022. But right now, we are looking at a lady who really shone like million stars this year by breaking the world record and also setting another one. Right now, talking about Tobiloba Amusan. While we are looking at the CAA awards there, we just rolled out that she's the first in best of women. Now let's look at the second one now, talking about the full list of award there. Well, another one for the male now, male Sofian El Bakali of Morocco, 3,000. He actually came first there for the best male athlete for this year, rated by Confederation of African Athletics. Well, there was no loss at all. He ran all his races and he won. If you look at his record, world best performance, world final, Diamond League winner, world champion 2022, no losses during the season. Elio Kipchoge of Kenya, marathon, world record pending. Emmanuel Korea of Kenya, 800 meter, world champion 2022. Joshua Cheptegei of Uganda, 10,000 meters. You have Tamari Tola of Ethiopia, marathon also. So for the men, that's it. And now, best women hopeful for 2022. We have Faith Cherotich of Kenya, 3,000 meters there. You have Maide Clark of South Africa in shot put and discus. You have another one that has to do with Berke Halom of Ethiopia, 1,500 meters. These are hopeful for next year. Expect them to do well. Record of under 20 World Championship, World Champion under 20 in Cali 2022. Jacqueline Chepkoche of Kenya also. While we continue with that particular award, or rather a list of awards coming from CAA, we look at best men hopeful now. Botswana's Lesige Tebogo, who actually 100 meter, 200 meter, 9.91, 19.96 in 200 meters, world champion. And you have Emmanuel Wayonyi of Kenya. You have Late Pile of South Africa, Benjamin Richardson of South Africa, in that pecking order for the best men hopeful. Seeing in the continuation of the award, we look at best technical official, Kemraj Naiko. Well, good one there. Was one of the main actors in South African Championship in Mauritius. So they had to pick him and showed a lot of skills and mastery in the refereeing side of the championship. Best coaches, 3 of them that were actually picked, but the best actually went to Kebo Madise Musimayane of Botswana, the coach of Lesile Tebogo, world champion in under 20 100 meters, under 20 200 meters. Patrick Kiproksang of Kenya, and also Paul Ereng of Kenya. That's the awards that are actually released by Confederation of African Athletics. And just like when you talk football, like CAF, but this is CAA, they have to roll that out. Well, I love the fact that, yes, Nigeria may not have all the other ones, but the one we had, we topped it. Okay. Even though it's painful that it seems the Uganda, the Kenyan of this world, Ethiopia of this world, South Africa dominated the award. That's
actually the point I made earlier without knowing we're going to have
all this.
Now, we shouldn't be looking at only one cloth. You shouldn't be looking at only Tobi Amusan. Now, we had about 20 or 30 awards. We had only Tobi Amusan. Why we have the like of Ethiopia, Kenya, South Africa, Uganda, they're having 3, 4, 5 in different categories. So we should try
Botswana too.
Botswana also. So we should try as much as possible not to be concentrating. You know, that's one thing about us. It's like
football.
It's like a culture. Like most homes now, the best food is rice. Once you like something in this country, you just concentrate on it. I think it is high time, the best time for us to try and diversify. The attention we have been giving to football, I'm very happy that you corrected yourself. When you said, oh, the athletes have done so well, you said the female athletes, not the male, because the female, they have done us proud this year. It shows that what a man cannot do, a woman can do it better. And did it better. In fact, our Super Eagles, sincerely, shame on them. Sincerely, shame on them for what they have done this year, both at the Nations Cup, for not qualifying for the World Cup, and there's no preparation also. If you look at the friendly matches that they played, you can still see that we still don't have
very lackadaisical about it.
Very like as if they are doing us a favor. Even if today I wear my boots and I go to the pitch, I'll do better than most of them. Take it or leave it. So I think it is high time for the federal government to look at all these other sports that we have in the country. We just finished the Nigerian Sports Festival. We have a lot of young, raw talent that we need to refine them to make us better. All the one that the Confederation said, promising. Let's shock them. Now, these are your top 5 promising.
We can beat them.
But we have 1 or 2 Nigerians that will come in and beat them. That is what we need to do. We don't need to concentrate on only emotion. Let's see what we can do to bring a lot of Esebrume, to bring a lot of Atanda Musa, to bring a lot of Adekoroye or Shonaike. We have to replicate all this Okoro Dudu. We have to replicate all these people in all other sporting activities. Because this sport we are talking about is a serious business. As in serious business that a lot of money is there, but we are yet to tap
into it.
We are yet to tap into it at all. I think that's what we need to do come 2023.
We just have to get it right. Like I always say, that sport is business. If we just have to take it very seriously, from the way it is right now, it will be very nice and lovely if we can at least give attention to other sports. Not everyone will play football, but really, we just have to make it right by making sure every avenue where they will thrive is actually allowed, or that template will be given to them. Well, talking about Tobi Amusan there, she really, 2022 has been our year. You can't take that away. Now, let's talk football as we quickly talk about NPFL. Well, 2 days ago, the draws for the Abrig League was made, and now we have to talk about the group. The GTI group signs 10-year deal with NFF to improve league IMC. Well, that particular deal, according to them, is worth about 10 billion naira. But from the way it is, let's quickly look at the IMC CTI group deal. Let's look at that for NPFL. What would they be looking at? Title sponsorship. That deal includes that. Broadcast rights. It also includes match officials, indemnity. That's how to do with referees. Infrastructure development, and ensuring that the 20 Premier League clubs become independent of government sponsorship. News featuring it says that IMC wants to meet with the Governors Forum to see how they can discuss on that. And now, new home grounds for 5 NPFL clubs that will be participating out of all the 20 teams where they've been separated into different categories. But right now, Rangers International, Lobby Stars, Nasarawa United, Kwara United, and Niger Tornadoes, they fail requirements, and we now play at adopted home grounds, which we have Oka City Stadium. For Rangers, they'll be coming in from Enugu. Nasarawa United will be going to Jos at New Jos Stadium. You have Kwara United at Lekon Salami Stadium in Ibadan. You have Lobby Stars, the same Jos, New Jos Road Stadium. You have Niger Tornadoes at Amadou Bello Stadium, where they will also be doing their own business in Kaduna. And then you have 3 teams who play their home games in Jos. That's Nasarawa. You have Nasarawa. You have Lobby Stars. All of them will be there fighting for honors. And you have Plateau United, who actually owns the the home. 2 teams will play their home again in Ibadan, Lekon Salami Stadium. That's Shooting Stars and Kwara United.
Okay, and I think there is future for the NFF. No, sorry, for the Nigerian Professional Football League. From what I've seen
so far,
I think there is future. If we don't, we are very good when it comes to speaking grammar. We are very good when it comes to putting things into paper. But when it comes to implementation, and when you're talking about implementation, monitoring is very, very important. Who is going to monitor this strategy that we want to implement? So far, so good. What the IMC is doing, they are going through the right direction. And if you look at the people that you have there, it shows that they really know what they are doing because they've done it before as a player, so they know what needed to be done to get to where we needed to get to. So the first thing is let them meet the Nigerian
NPFL, yes, the Governors Forum, right?
Governors Forum. Let them meet them, have that agreement with them, let them hands off. You know, we have this issue in this country. It's more like a culture, and a very bad culture, that a local the commissioner will be putting eye or be doing the work of a local government official, while a state governor will be doing. We have it everywhere. And that needs to be really looked into. What am I trying to say is the state governors, they don't have any business to run the football in this country. If you look at the countries that they've done very well in their domestic league, like the North African that we normally make reference to because of the good one that they've done, Morocco, Egypt,
Tunisia, Algeria.
It's privatization. Let the government face the welfare of the people. So if the IMC can get that from the Governors Forum, a very good one, so that people that are interested can now go in and take over and start running it as a business. And that will now avoid us a situation where we'll have Kwara United that have to now go to Ibadan to play their own. So that means they're going to have like Inter Milan and AC Milan using the same San Siro Stadium. So what will happen when Kwara United and 3SC, they are going to play? Because from the group, they're in the same group.
Yes.
So what will happen to Jos Stadium, where we have the Plateau, where Rangers 2 will be playing there, Lobby Star 2 will be playing there. So we're having 3 teams playing on a particular pitch. So the pressure on the pitch will be much. And what about the management of the pitch also? But when you have a private individual, before they come in, the first thing they will look into, for us to make more money, we need to get crowd into the stadium. For us to get crowd into the stadium, we need to have a stadium of ours. So the first thing is to look at is to have a stadium that will have about 20 or 30,000 capacity. Then after that, you now look at the media. How can I now have a brand with my team that will entice people to come in? So that is what we are really talking about. They have to make do with what they have right now, but I don't know how healthy it is going to be for the players, because it's like they're going to be on the road for almost all the
each
time.
team will play 18 matches, 9 home, 9 away. And according to during the draws, Benga Elegbele, the chairman of the IMC, said they've actually had a deal with the company sponsoring the GTI group, that all the referees, before they enter the pitch, they will get an alert for that particular match. So the indemnity are settled, and they are not keeping it in anybody's account. It's going to be solely in their own account. That's one. Two, they will actually increase the prize money, 100 million naira. And for the fact that they mentioned there that, yes, the ref have not been paid 3 years. They were not paid for 3 years.
3 years?
Yes, they were not paid, to the tune of 500 million naira. And people asked, what did the former LMC did for 3 years? And these guys still they were on the pitch referring or officiating. That's aside. Do you know that during the draw, the IMC chairman also said that they did a pre-season. They did a pre-season, and the team that won, that Shooting Stars, got 100 million. Now, whoever wins will get 100 million. But to let you know that this one is quite different, just like they don't want to do like the former one where the current winner are yet to get their money. That's Rivers United. The year before this current one, they are yet to get their money. And people the journalists were like, what do you mean? You mean for the past 2-3 years now, the winner of the league are yet to get the winning prize? They say yes. And really, something must be done. So that's why they are trying to do everything, all the modalities, to just change the narrative of concerning our NPFL.
I think they are going through the right direction, and for them to even come out
to say all this,
that shows that they've looked at it and it's like, this is not something I can hold on to. This is not something I can hold on to. So they don't want to inherit something that will come at the end of the day and shock them. So that we will not have the case of ASU, that government before government has been promising, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. So I think it's good for them to come out right now to let us know that this is what is being held. Then for the GTI, they are investment bank. They are into investment banking. They are into wealth creation. They are into stock exchange. I know they know what they are really doing. I think currently now they are even selling like the shares, 5 billion, 1 naira. You can buy a minimum a minimum of 100,000. So that means with 100,000, you can be part and parcel of NPFL as part owner of NPFL. That is what we are talking about. So at the end of the day,
going towards business side of it.
Yeah, business side of it. So we can hold them accountable at the end of the day. That okay, during the shares offer that you did, you made 10 billion. Come and give account of the money because my money is there. Your money is there, and we're expecting to get a return on that investment at the end of the year. So I think it's a very good one. Then for the referees, I think the policy they want to adopt is a very good one. They are paying the sponsors, that's GTI.
Yes.
They are paying the money directly
to the account of each
ref. Their match bonus and their allowance also. Not that to go through the NFF and the network of transferring from the NFF account to the referee account will now go down for 1 year, for 2 years. We should be asking questions. We should be asking questions. This is totally unfair. This is totally unfair.
Well, we just have to get our football right quickly. Let's look at our fixtures for tonight in the EPL and also La Liga. We're running back-to-back. Let's look at the fixture over there. In the EPL, you have West Ham against Brentford. Leicester will do Liverpool. LL who will win this battle? Briefly.
Okay, I think West Ham, they really need to rediscover themselves. Their last 4 matches, they've lost. As in, they've lost 4 consecutive matches. So they really need to win this match. Now they're even playing at home, to boost their morale. And if David Moyes doesn't want to be under pressure or the next coach to go, this match is a must-win for him, not even a draw. And you are playing with a stubborn Brentford.
Liverpool, Leicester.
Liverpool, Leicester. I think Liverpool have already rediscovered themselves. Their last 3 matches they've won. They lost. Yes, they won their last 3 matches. So this one also, they need to win this. Why do they need to win this? Currently now they are having 25 points, and the team ahead of them is having 29 points. So even if they win the next match, they are not moving from their current. They are not moving from their current position. And if they should lose this match, you can see now they are in 6th position with 25 points. So if they lose to this match, the possibility of Brighton or Chelsea taking over from them and they're going to 8th or 9th position, it's certain.
So they don't have to lose.
But for them to remain where they are, to keep the heat on Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, is for them to win the match and take their point to 28. At least, if I didn't move forward, I shouldn't move backward. Let me just stay where I am.
So what's the way to go? Well, EPL, they are very, very exciting. And La Liga, quickly, just looking at the fixtures, matches will be coming on. Real Madrid, Villarreal, Valladolid, the 2 Real teams, Celta de Vigo, Sevilla, Almeria, Cadiz, and Getafe will be at home against Mallorca. Well, Real Madrid, from the way it is, Sevilla, Real Madrid will have to fight hard to at least win against Celta de Vigo and Real Valladolid.
Yeah, everybody is coming from the World Cup break, so it's not about the form that you left with. You just go and pick it again. Some teams that are not doing very well, this is an opportunity for them to rejuvenate themselves, to get their bearing, to give them a tough time. And one thing about La Liga, just like we have in Premier League, you can't predict. You can just look at a name and say, don't worry now, is it not Sevilla and Celta Vigo? It will be a walkover. It won't be a walkover by the time the game started.
Because so it seems all the teams there, they know themselves.
They know themselves, and they have, there's this tradition in football. No matter how good you are, once you meet a particular team, they are like your headache. So beating them will always be, and it's psychology. It's psychology. So I think the match will be very interesting. It's not going to be over until
it is over. Well, good one there. Coming from Malali Peters, who has been doing the talking concerning all the sporting stories that we actually have for you. Well, from the way it is, we just hope that we get it right when it comes to Nigerian football and other sporting activities across the country. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show.
It's my pleasure being here. It's my pleasure letting the government know that sports is business, and I'm very happy the way the IMC are going. They are going through the right direction.
Going through the right direction, and that is the key right now. I am Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.